Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Achi. I am a transgender girl living in Southern California slash Tijuana, Latina. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the video. I know it's been a while. Sorry, I'm just so busy and popular and famous and all this stuff. So it's hard. It's hard sometimes. But let's kind of get into this video. I know this is gonna be kind of like a cool video. Everybody's gonna like this, but it's another hormone update. I haven't done one in a while. I think the last time I did one was 6 months, I want to say. But now we are at 10 months. I just hit 10 months 2 days ago, so it's really exciting. I think I'm kind of getting a lot of these really good changes, and I think things are kind of just becoming big changes, and changes that are seen by a lot of other people and not just me when I'm looking at like this tiny little piece of fat in my cheek. So that's really cool. I'm gonna try and make today kind of more streamlined. I know I talk a lot and like ramble and stuff, so we're just gonna kind of get into it, and we're gonna I have three main kind of like categories. So I'm going to be going through the mental stuff first, through which is my mind, so everything that's going on here. And then I'm going to be going to the physical stuff, so that's going to be my body, these huge tatas that I have to like carry around every day. Ugh. And then societal changes, so how people are like treating me and stuff like that, and just being trans in a anti-trans world. So let's get into it. I have my hair in a ponytail today, but it's actually getting pretty long, so that's actually, wait, stop. I need to go mental first. I'm already messing up. Okay, so so mental changes. So if you all don't know, let me just update you all on the kind of hormones that I'm taking, on my kind of regimen that I do every single day. So I don't know if I was doing this the last time that I updated y'all, because I don't really keep track. But now I am doing a weekly injection of estradiol valerate. I think it's I do 4 milliliters injection, and I think it's 20 milligrams per. I'm not even gonna mess with it because I don't know what the actual milligram is. But it's 4 milliliters every week injected into my thigh, and I alternate them. And I really like actually doing my injections weekly. I hate giving myself injections. It still really sucks, but I'm down to like 5 or 10 minutes now to do them, so that's really cool. But yeah, so mentally that makes me feel a lot better. I never feel like I'm kind of like running low on estrogen. I do notice, my girlfriend does tell me that like the last day before before I'm due to take my next shot, I do get a little bit like crazy. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. But let me know, what do you guys feel like right before you're supposed to kind of do your next estrogen dose? I don't know if anybody else kind of has that issue. I'm curious to see kind of how others feel. But besides that, besides the actual estrogen, I am taking a cocktail of different drugs, none that are illegal, but I am taking, I actually halved my dosage, spironolactone. It doesn't really make me feel bad like it does for other people, but I just heard that it inhibits breast growth, so I started taking less, because when I tried to quit it completely, because that's something that a lot of girls try to do. I know, like, I've seen a lot of kind of like research and stuff from literally Sophie on Twitter, talking about kind of the negative effects of spironolactone. So I tried to quit it like all the way. I didn't really like the effects that it was giving me. I know that it helps with breast growth, but I don't really think I'm struggling there. I think my breasts are pretty good. Pretty happy with them. I'm still gonna get a breast augmentation, but we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I am taking half a dose of spironolactone every day orally. Besides that, I do take progesterone, which is bioidentical progesterone. Make sure you're always getting bioidentical progesterone and not the progesterone. That's synthetic, and that's actually linked to a lot of like bad side effects. And the most exciting part, the one that everybody always has questions about, I take it rectally, which means I stick it up my ass. Super cute, super fun. I do it every night. I try not to miss it. I think I've only missed it like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, I'm pretty used to kind of sticking things up there now, so I guess it's not that bad. And I really like the effects from it. It gives me like a higher sex drive, which is good, because before I had like nothing. It gives me like a better like just mentality overall. I think I feel like a lot happier on it. And also, there was some stuff when I first started about my appetite. My appetite actually kind of like regulated itself, I feel like, because I was like super hungry all the time before that. But yeah, that's how the progesterone's going. Those are kind of like the main three. I take two medications that are kind of like supplementary. They're like vitamins. And so the first one is I take Rudin, which is supposed to be really good for transition. That's another one that I got from literally Sophie. I do kind of trust her a lot with hormone stuff. So it doesn't really hurt to take it. So I just take one every night with all my other pills. And then I take boron because I saw an article by Dr. Will Powers, which is a really kind of famous. He's not even like an endocrinologist, I don't think, but he's a family practice doctor, and he's doing a lot of research on HRT more than anybody else, I think, at the moment. And he says that boron could either not do much or do a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've been taking it, and it's making my pee yellow, I think. Um, but I actually like it. I like all the pills that I'm taking. I feel really good. My transition has been going really good. I'm starting to get like a really nice waist, and curves are coming in. Obviously, I think the thing that I'm most happy about is my my chest. It's kind of, I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I think that they've actually been growing a lot, especially thanks to the progesterone. But besides that, it does make me feel really good. I'm going to talk about that kind of stuff later. But I have been feeling really good on the inside. Like I said, I do get a little bit crazy before my next dosage, before my next day. But for the most part, I feel like kind of the same way every day, and that's really nice. I feel like exactly like how I felt like about my personality kind of before transition. But I just feel a little bit more feminine now, and everything just seems a little bit more brighter and sunnier and beautiful. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. I haven't, oh my gosh, so this is going to be a little TMI, but sex drive has been a little bit up lately. I don't know why, but I haven't really, and I don't know if this is a little TMI, but I think it's something that we should talk about. I have been kind of wanting to be like, and I've kind of tried doing anal before, and I've tried to do butt stuff before, and it kind of hurts sometimes for me. I don't know if I just haven't done it right or something like that, but I have been kind of like having a yearning for that in my head, kind of, which is something that's a little bit new for me. So I'm going to be trying to explore that, obviously, with my girlfriend, to see kind of where that's going. But I mean, I do plan on getting GRS in the future anyway. So, but also I'm not even getting GRS where you can penetrate. So it's still always going to be something that's in my life. So I guess that's good. But yeah, so that's everything that's been kind of going on in my head. Let's move on to the kind of physical stuff. I have been noticing a lot of like just facial kind of, I would say like finishing of my facial restructuring. Because when I first started, you get little things here and there, but now I want to say my jaw is really round. I honestly think that like the fat in my brow has gotten kind of like softer, because it used to be a really kind of, not a really sharp ridge, but there was a more of a pronounced ridge. You could literally see like a bump right here from my brow bone. And so that's kind of went down a little bit. I've obviously gotten a lot better with makeup and stuff like that, so that all that helps. And then besides that, I want to say that my eyelashes have gotten longer, which is really cool. I actually have pretty long eyelashes now, so that's cool. Obviously, I've gotten fat right here. I didn't used to have that. I kind of, well, when I was skinny before I transitioned, I'd had a really like a really sharp jawline. I've always had kind of like a round jawline though, so I guess I'm kind of lucky in that aspect. That I've always kind of had, I guess, like a soft face, and so that really helps. But besides that, I want to say that my nose has always been little and cute, so I don't really worry about that. But my cheeks have definitely filled up more, like I said right here, and kind of just everything's been a lot softer lately. Speaking about the hair, my hair has been growing a good amount. It actually, if I let it down, it goes all the way to like right here now. So that's really fun. But the one thing that I did say before that I was always really conscious of is my shoulders. And you know what? Honestly, my shoulders, They don't look that big to me. Like when I turn around, I don't see like my shoulders as like something that I mean, obviously they're probably a little bit bigger than, the average cis woman, but I don't really compare myself to that anymore. I think I'm kind of like at the point in my transition where I kind of just want to look good for me and how I look good to me, and I'm kind of throwing away. I'm in the process. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm trying to throw away those ideas of European kind of Western beauty out of my head, because I know that there's a lot of women that don't fit those standards that are very beautiful, like me. That's something that I'm also working on loving myself. And you know what? I do think I look really good. And I think that's okay to say. I don't think that's like being over like confident in myself or something. And I think that's good that I've reached that point. I think now when I look at myself, I actually think I'm pretty most of the time, which is something I didn't feel before. So yeah, talking about my shoulders, they've gotten a lot smaller. I remember that I used to have like muscles that went like that, and they went down a lot. You can see like, okay, the one time I want to show them off, you can't really see them, but you can definitely see my collarbones a lot more than you used to be able to. They used to just not exist. So that's really cool. I've noticed that my arms have gotten skinnier and fatter at the same time. I used to have a lot of muscle. And I still maybe do have a little bit of like muscle that's like left over, but honestly, because of coronavirus, I have not worked out in a while, although I have been losing a lot of weight lately. So that's been really fun. Let's just check out the guns really quick. But yeah, that's been really cool. I've noticed, like I said, a lot of curves in my body, which has been really fun. I've noticed that my butt is kind of like filling in more, if that makes sense. Like, okay, so like my butt is kind of growing like the side butt, like those little like folds you see like right there, the part that you want to grab. So that's really fun. My girlfriend has really liked that. So that's been cool. Hips and everything. I think that I'm reaching more of like the almost year point. I think that's kind of now when my body is signaling to kind of start doing those changes, because I've been on HRT for a little while now. But yeah, I think all those things are happening. I do want to make a little note on my hands. I wish I had a picture of my hands before, but I can't find it right now. But my hands did used to really be like super veiny, or not veiny, but used to really be able to see like my knuckles a lot and like the bones and stuff like that. And they were just very like guy looking hands, and now they're very soft, and honestly they feel like I used to have the same size hand as my girlfriend, so my hands have always been a little bit small, I guess. But they've actually gotten a tiny bit smaller, which I don't know if does that really happen to anybody else. I haven't seen that being talked about a lot, but that has happened to me. I've always had really small wrists for some reason. So that just kind of helps with it. So I'm not really conscious about my hands. I know some girls are. But yeah, and I need to go get a manicure. But yeah. Also, this is not transition related, but like, look at my new tattoo. She's so cute. And then I liked it so much that I went back the next day and I got another tattoo of the eye, just because I'm trying to make progress on my sleeve right now, because it's something that I started before transition that I would like to finish. But let me just go ahead and finish on the physical stuff. My patitas, my feet, have also gotten softer. Same thing as the hands, kind of. And there's somebody outside. But that's the same thing as the hands. So everything has kind of just gotten softer in general. And that's been really fun. I've been really enjoying that. It's given me a lot more confidence in general just to go outside and kind of dress how I want. Just wait. Just give it a second. Okay, I think he's leaving now. So let's just get right back into it. I think what I was saying was already kind of leading into the societal things. But I have been a lot more confident lately in the way that I go out and stuff. And I think that's kind of showing. I still do get nervous sometimes. Believe me, I still do get very dysphoric sometimes. But for the most part, I have passed for a little bit now. Like if I put like kind of any effort, I would say, I think I would pass pretty easily. Which is cool. I'm really enjoying that. I do get called chiquita because I live in Tijuana, so I get called chiquita, muchacha, all that stuff all the time. That's really euphoric for me. When me and my girlfriend are out, we are looked at as lesbians, which makes me really happy as a lesbian. And I think that's not something that's really talked about a lot either. I love being a lesbian. Being a lesbian is like the best thing ever. But yeah, I love it. I love just dating another woman as a woman. I think back in the day, back in the dark ages, when I was dating women as a man, there was a very like, I don't know, like cis het relationships are so rooted in the binary, and like the guy has to do this and the guy has to do that. And I know not every relationship is like that, but that's how mine's were for the most part, and it was really gross. And I'm just kind of so happy that I'm in a space now where I can express myself how I want. I can go and like jump on her for cuddles, because like cuddles are important, and like everybody should get head pats and like scritches all the time. And I'm happy where I'm in a position where I can do that. I feel really blessed. One of the best things too is like holding her hand in public and like watching all the people like, oh my gosh, it's a lesbian. But that's really fun. And then also bathrooms. I do go to the right gender bathroom all the time now. It's really fun. Totally not in there harassing anybody like the public wants to say. I literally go in there and I am so scared every time, but I do it now. I go pee like regular. I wash my hands and then I leave. But it's just nice to be able to go into a bathroom that's a lot cleaner most of the time. And not filled with stinky men. Not saying that all men are stinky, but most of them are. But yeah, men are still trash. I think besides that kind of covers everything I want to say, because like, I guess this hormone update kind of just, I guess it's a theme of confidence. I've grown a lot of confidence in the last couple months, ever since my 6-month update. Things are just going a lot better. I am the director of my own organization for trans people now, and that's really fun. My kind of life has changed a lot for the better, and I'm really glad that I can use this platform, and I can use my other platform, the House of Resilience, that I'm the director of, to kind of change other trans people's lives for the better, because I kind of feel like I'm at the point now, and I know I'm still super like early into my transition relatively, but it feels good to kind of like take the experiences that I experienced from my other videos and my other, just experiences in life through my transition, and kind of apply that to other people and help them with things that I didn't really have hope in. I remember some of my old videos where I was so like sad. I was so sad and feeling so defeated. And now I get to just help people not feel like that. So that's really cool. And that's also been another factor in my transition that's really helped me kind of stay not depressed and happy, and gives me kind of a purpose, which I think we all kind of want. I don't necessarily think you need a purpose. You can just enjoy life, but I feel like I've kind of found mine, and that's really fun. Yeah, so in a dream world, I would just be the director of my organization, and like a YouTuber, be like a famous YouTuber, bankroll the whole thing with my own money. Just have this house where we're just having all these amazing trans women of color just living their life and doing their thing and starting businesses themselves, and helping them get their name changed and their like surgeries if they want that, HRT. They can have their own case managers so that can like kind of oversee their transition and help them with stuff like that. I wish I had like a big sister like that. That would have been so cool. We're gonna have that. And yeah, it's just about bringing things to life now. We're almost there. We're actually halfway at our GoFundMe, which is really cool. Just one more half to go. We did the first half, and I know we can do the second half. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this 10-month update. Wow, I never thought I would really say that. 10 months, huh? It's been really fun, and I'm so excited to see what a year takes me. And I do have a really cool announcement. This, I want to say Thursday, the 24th. I am going to be having a FFS consultation with a Kaiser SoCal surgeon. I will have their name in the next video. I know it, I just don't want to say it wrong. But we're going to I'm going to be vlogging that experience. Hopefully I can vlog when I'm in there with him. Hopefully we'll see what happens, but I'm having my in-person consultation. I already had my over-the-phone consultation. I had my MRI done. or not MRI, CT scan for my face. And so what I told him I wanted, we already talked about it a little bit, is they're going to be shaving down my brow bone or kind of reducing it. I wanted to have some stuff done with my jaw because I feel like it kind of goes out a little bit. And then I said that I wanted my chin to be kind of made a little bit smaller because I feel like it pokes out a lot. And they said that that's like a very like model trait, but I'm just like, I don't feel like a model with it. But I did also talk about lip augmentation because that's something that I really do want. And some people have told me like, oh, you don't need that. And it's just like not your place to tell me if I don't want it or not, because it's what I want and it's for my own body. But I do really want that. And besides that, I don't really want anything else done in my face. I honestly think that my hair is fine. I feel like I have a pretty feminine like hairline, no? So I don't think I need hairline like lowering. I also already have like a really small forehead. This is 3 fingers. So I don't think it would be very helpful to kind of lower that even more. And then obviously I have a really small nose. So I don't want to mess with the perfection that God placed on my face. I am really stressed because I'm gonna have to take my nose ring out and I hope it doesn't close. I've already had it for like 3 months, so I hope everything is fine. But yeah, I think that kind of just ends everything like that. Wraps up in a nice little bow. You guys will see that video next week when I post it. I will try to be on time. And just for some announcements, please visit me on Twitch. I still do stream on Twitch. I just haven't really been advertising it. I took a little bit of a break, but we're back now. It's really fun. I really want to get more like engagement on there. So please, come visit me. I play a lot of games. Like I play a lot of story games and Overwatch and stuff like that. Sometimes I just chat with you guys. But yeah, and I've also been kind of debating like, should I stream on Twitch or should I stream on YouTube? But is my YouTube audience really even like, do they want that? But yeah, let me know in the comments of any of your feedback. Thank you so much. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, then please, pretty please, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Follow me on all my socials, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. It's all under Calmiachi, CALMIACHI. And, thanks everybody. Have a good day. No, I'm not recording. I'm not recording. I promise.
You think I'm stupid?
I don't. What is that?
You think I'm dumb?
Yo creo que te